it's Sam from Physio Central, and this is your level 3 Pilates class. I'm going to dedicate this to my usual Thursday class. You know who you are, the Thursday 5:30 class, and the ones who are following. So the Paradis, Nikolai and Moira, this workout is for you. Alright, let's warm up. Let's start in pliés, feet pointing out, knees slightly bent. And bending through the knees, lift and lower. And breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Lift and lower. Good. And lift, lower and breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, let's stay in the plie position. Knees bend, make sure they're pointing out. Elbows in your waist. We're going to open sideways, so feel the stretch between your shoulder blades and then open out. In and out. So we're working on legs as we warm up the shoulders. Work with your breathing. Breathe out. Breathing in as you return, breathing out as you take those arms sideways. Good. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold your arms outstretched, palms facing the floor. Bend your knees a little bit more and let's do small pumps with the arms. And again, feel those shoulder blades working. Good. Keep your tummy muscles in, back straight. My legs are burning, meaning those muscles are on. And a bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Stretch the legs. And let's go back down and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that position. Left elbow on the left knee. Stretch. Breathe out. Bring that right hand down towards your left foot and then lift again as you breathe out. So again, we're still really working the legs in the warm-up and warming up the shoulder at the same time. So right hand to my left foot and stretch. Down and lift. Make sure that the twist is happening kind of between your shoulder blades, upper, mid, back area. Keep your head nice and relaxed. You're leaning on that left elbow as you breathe. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back to center. Okay, let's go down again. 10 more pliés. Work it out. Go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right elbow on the right knee. Lift that left hand up. And similarly, hand goes towards my right foot. Twist, lift, and stretch. And again, breathing in, breathing out as you stretch. 3, 4, 5, and 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, bring your feet together. Let's start lifting up and down, marching on the squats. Knees as high as you can. Again, keep an eye on your core, keeping this really steady. Marching on the squat. Go. Lift and lift. Lift and lift. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, keep going at the arms. Doesn't matter how, alternating. 1 goes up and down. Lift. Wake up that core. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Or let's do a forward roll. Chin down towards your chest. Hands in front of your thighs. Start sliding down. Breathing in as you go down 1 vertebra at a time. And slowly rolling back up. Good. Let's do that again. I'll show you the sideways position. Chin down towards your chest. Sliding your hands all the way down. Feel free to bend your knees if that feels like too much of a pull in your hamstring. Drop the head down. Hold. And slowly roll back up. 1 vertebra at a time. And let's do that one more forward roll. Chin down towards your chest. Slide down. And slowly roll back up. Good. And release. From that position, I'm going to step forward with the right. Take the left foot slightly back. Make sure you're nice and strong. And we're lunging down and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's add the hands. So reach as you lunge down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's change legs. Left foot forward. So without the hands to start off with, make sure the hips are facing forward. Nice straight back as you go down and up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's add the hands and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, so we're going to have the feet slightly apart again, but not too much. This time we're going to squat down and open the arms like this. So the W shape, elbow in line with your shoulders. As you lift yourself up, you lower. So down and up. 3, 4, 5, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring your feet together. And let's do big arm circles, alternating as you take a breather. So take those arms back. Again, feel those shoulder blades working as you take them back. And a few more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do both together. Big arm circles. Stretch up and back. 3, 4, 5. 3 big arm circles again. 3, 2, 1, and release. Well done. Hopefully you're nice and warm. So we're going to go straight on the mat. And I'm going to show you an exercise which you're familiar with in the class. All right? And I'm going to show you 2 versions. So if you recall, in the last few sessions in the class, we're doing some roll downs using the ball and the theraband. So for some of you who might have this equipment, I'm going to show you that exercise exactly as we used to do it in class. And then I'll show you a variation to do at home if you don't have this equipment. So if you do have the ball, or maybe you can replace with, any ball that might be running around at home, holding the bands underneath the soles of your feet. Okay, and we are creating a little bit of resistance, but not too much. Slowly leaning down onto the ball, feeling that really nice stretch in the lower back. And then using the TheraBand, pulling on the TheraBand if need be, to bring yourself back up. So I'll show you that one more if you're going to go for this option. So lean, ball in your lower back. Use the TheraBand to help you as you lean down into the ball. Rest your head on the floor or mat. Breathe out. Really use your core to pull yourself up and use the TheraBand to assist you. So if you have that equipment, go ahead and do that and enjoy it. The rest of you who don't have a ball, okay, we're going to do a full roll down with a little bit of help anyway. So we're going to reach our hands forward, curl the spine back, keep your feet really nice and stretched. As you roll all the way down if you can, bring your hands up. Roll those hands down on the floor, and now you're going to push all your hands a little bit to bring yourself up and reach. And let's repeat, breathing in. Curl that spine, rolling down. Reach up with your hands, breathing out as you circle those arms on the floor. Push a little bit on your hands as you bring yourself forward and reach. And let's repeat. So rolling down as you breathe out. Lift those arms up, nice circle on the floor. Push a bit on your hands, bring yourself forward. And let's repeat. So work at your own pace. If you're breathing, this can be quite a hard exercise for some, for me included. It's not easy. So really work on your control. Okay, and reach. And let's do a few more nice roll downs. And a nice big circle with the hands. Push on your hands a little bit and bring yourself forward. And let's do 4 more, nice and slow, curving back. And a big circle. Push, reach forward with your hands, stretch those hamstrings. And repeat. Good. And 2 more for me. And big circles. And reach. And last one, curling back. Big circles with your arm. Push a little bit with your hands and reach forward. And release. Good. And that's a really nice flexibility, but also a really good core exercise for our back. All right, from that position, let's go down on our backs. And we're starting with the bridging. So with our knees bent, feet on the floor, hands by our side. Let's start by flattening the back into the floor, lifting those hips up. And from there, lift both hands up, shoulder level, and we're alternating. One goes up, and the other goes down. Keep the hips up, so you're really working the core and the glutes, and remember to breathe. And in this exercise, I want you to keep an eye on your neck and shoulders, okay? No tension whatsoever as you alternate your arms down and up. Work with your breathing, keep your hips and core working. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release, and roll that spine back down. Good, nice and flat. Okay, from there, make sure you're in neutral spine, so there's a little bit of space under your back, but not too much. We're bringing the right leg into tabletop. And again, we're bringing both hands above our shoulders. So we're doing a lot of combination today, okay? Upper limb, lower body, lots of coordination. So we're going to open the left arm outwards as we bring the right hip down. And then return. So let's work left hand, right hip as you open and return. And the nice thing about this exercise is that it's easy-ish, but it's really going to help us focus again on the neutral spine and on coordination. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's change legs. So lower the right foot down, left leg up into tabletop. We're doing a right arm opening as you open the right hip, the left hip, sorry. So right arm opening with a left hip opening. Remember, you open at the same time, return at the same speed, and that really works on your control and coordination. 4 more. Keep an eye on your lower back. Make sure you're not arching. These easy exercises give you time to realign with your body. 2, 1, and release, hands down. Good. All right, next exercise. Let's place your hands behind your head, and we're going straight into sit-ups. So breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, lift that head off the floor. Keep your elbows nice and wide, and make sure there's no tension whatsoever in the neck. And lower. And let's do 5, nice and easy, before we make it a little bit more challenging. Breathing out, holding for a few seconds, and lower. Breathe out, and lower. And one more, and lower. Bring one leg up into tabletop. Lift up, sit up again, and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5. Change legs, left leg into tabletop, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Right leg into tabletop. We're going to reach out with that leg as we lift and return. Reach and lower. Working the sets of 5 again. 3, 4, 5. Change legs. So left leg in tabletop. Lift, reach, return. 2, 3, 4, 5. If that is already challenging, choose one of those variations. I'm going to give you one more, which is even more challenging, starting with our hands behind our head in this position, right leg in tabletop. As you breathe out, you're going to bring the head up, stretch that right leg away, bring your arms down and lower. And again, we're working in sets of 5. Breathing out and lower. 3, 4, 5. Change legs. So left leg in tabletop. Breathe out, reach, stretch that leg. And lower. 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. Good, and release. Bring your knees towards your chest and give your back a really nice massage, rolling from one side to another. So that was quite challenging. okay? But a good workout, so I hope you enjoyed that. Good, and release. Okay, turn over onto your tummy, and we're going to do a shoulder exercise next. And we're starting with our elbows in line with our shoulders, head down. So breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, we're lifting the hands just a little bit off the floor and then lifting elbows and wrists off the floor. So again, we're really working those shoulder blades muscles. And lower. Breathe out, lift. And lower. And repeat. 3, 4, 5. Let's make it a little bit more challenging. We're lifting, reaching, lowering, down. Lift, lift, reach both hands, lower again, and down to the floor. And repeat as you breathe out. Reach, lower, and lift. 4, stretch, lower, and down. 4 more, nice and slowly work with your breathing. Lower those shoulder blades down, feel them working. 3, 2, and 1 more. And rest. Bring your hands really close to your body and let's stretch into the cobra. And from there, bend your knees into the child's pose and stretch. And the last exercise for today, we're going to go into the plank position. So lift your knees up into this lovely position, and we're going to start by rolling forward and backwards. So shift your weight on your feet and then forward. So it kind of feels like I'm dropping my heels down and then bringing the weight on my tiptoes, nice and slow. So this requires a lot of control. Don't rush. And let's do 5 more, shifting the weight forward and back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, let's go back into child's pose and breathe. And release. And the next exercise, we're going to start from a plank position. We're then going to come into the side plank, drop our hips down towards the floor, lift, and a side stretch. And release. So again, hip, dip down towards the floor, and a side stretch. And then we go back into the plank, and we repeat on the opposite side. So we're going to dip our hips down and stretch. And then back into the plank. So you might choose that in between. You might want to come on your knees and maybe do a child's pose and rest. It is really up to you, okay? And we're not going to do a lot of these because these are quite challenging and I'm aware for some of you might be new. So let's do it again together. So from forward kneeling, we're going into the plank. Bring one hand forward as you go into the side position. Drop the hips down. Lift, side stretch. Back into the plank. Side position. Drop the hips down. Side stretch. And back into the plank. Alright, so work at your own pace. Drop the hip. Stretch sideways. Change again. Side plank, drop the hips, and side stretch. So I'm going to do 2 more on each side. It's up to you how many you do, but don't overdo it. Stretch. stretch. Let's change again. Hip drop, stretch the side. Turn over again. Side plank, drop the hips, and a side stretch. Side plank, hip drop, stretch, back into plank, and back into child's pose. Good. And release. Well done. Let's come in the sitting position. Let's give it a really good stretch. So stretch your hamstring in front of you. Bend the opposite knee. Lean forward as you stretch. And breathe out. And let's change. Stretch the other leg. Stretch your hamstring leaning forward. Good. And release. And I hope you enjoyed that workout. It was slightly a bit more challenging than usual, but I thought you could handle it. And I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, stay safe, hope you're well, and hope I get to see you very soon. Bye-bye.